They had Tony locked up and were forcing him to build weapons for them, but they had no idea what Tony was actually building first. Not a missile, a way out. But before he could escape, Tony had one major problem. The old arc reactor in his chest wasn't going to keep him alive much longer, so Tony started tearing apart the missiles lying around him. This was millions of dollars worth of military technology, but Tony didn't care. He only needed the metal and energy components inside them, because the new device he was building for his chest had to be way more powerful than the old one. Tony melted down the metal, built a new casing, and started connecting the systems one by one. And finally, the new arc reactor was ready. The moment it started glowing, Tony realized he might actually have a chance to get out of there. But staying alive wasn't enough. He needed an escape plan. So Tony slowly started adding something else to his designs. From the outside, they looked like missile schematics, but Tony was secretly building something completely different, an armor suit. The biggest problem? The terrorists couldn't find out what he was really making. So Tony didn't build the armor all at once. He made every part separately. Some pieces looked like missile plating, while others looked like random support frames. To the guards, it looked like Tony was simply building another weapon. They definitely had their suspicions, but they had no idea what Tony was actually creating, and that was exactly what Tony wanted. They thought Tony was finally cooperating, when in reality, he was building his escape suit right under their noses. Then suddenly, the boss walked in. He looked over Tony's blueprints and carefully inspected every piece. But even then, he couldn't figure out what Tony was building, so he grabbed Jensen. He heated a piece of metal until it was glowing red and used it to threaten him. But Jensen didn't say a word. Now Tony had only one way to save him. Tony told the boss, if anything happens to Jensen, you're never getting your missile. That was enough. He let Jensen go. But now Tony had even less time.
The boss gave him one final warning. The weapon better be ready by tomorrow. Otherwise, they were both dead. Then he walked out. The room went silent again. Tony looked at all the armor parts sitting in front of him. The terrorists still thought he was building a weapon for them. But the truth was, Tony was one step closer to building the weapon that would set him free.